G'day, I'm Melissa Shannon, founder of digitalscrapbookinghq.com, and thanks so much for joining me for my live stream today. We are working on a scrapbook page, as usual, as part of the Layout a Day challenge for February. So this month's challenge has been themed around games, and so we've been talking about classic games, board games. And we've been using all sorts of games as the topic. We've covered Settlers of Catan, Blockhouse, Ticket to Ride, Jenga. And the fun thing about Layout a Day is whatever topic we actually are covering, you don't have to scrapbook about those things. But we're scrapbooking inspired by those things. So, for example, day 29's prompt is Ticket to Ride. The story prompt is scrapbook a memorable journey or trip you've taken. Did you enjoy the journey as much as the destination? And then the technique prompt is incorporate elements of travel, route, or trains, reflecting the theme of Ticket to Ride. Maybe use a real ticket or other travel ephemera. So, let us jump in and start scrapbooking. So I've been mostly working on my Christmas album. So in there we don't really have we don't really have any travel type of things. I'm trying to rack my brain to see if there's anything I could. Otherwise, I could always scrapbook something else travel related that I haven't really done so far. So this is where I go to my trusty Project Life on my phone, which unfortunately you can't see. So that's not very exciting content. I know that I have made scrapbook pages about quite a lot of trips while we've been on the trips. But I'll see if I've Okay, so I have scrapbooked our last trip. So it does look like I've got one trip that I haven't documented. Let's have a quick look. So I also have my scrapbooking folders here. That's Christmas 2021. Done week in the life. In 2020. So I think it must be 2021. Oh, there you go. Actually, it's 2022. So I have done... I've done one page about that. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave the travel for now, because what I want to do is actually go back through all my layouts, but that will be very, very boring to you, to just check what I've actually done. Anyway, it's interesting. So if you are a Scrap Happy member, you will know that Scrap Happy challenges happen in February, May and October. So the reason I'm unsure as to whether I've scrapped them already is that we usually would go on a trip in May. So I'm pretty sure I will pull out my Project Live app and document all of those. Which, maybe I should do a Project live stream. Let me know if that would be interesting to you. Anyway, so in the absence of any travel related pages, I think I'll continue on with my scrapbooking of Christmas. So what I've been using as a bit of a guide for this whole process is my bucket list. So I'll probably go back and edit this page to put these dates in order. I know I can't do the rest of family Christmas. I've done one page of that because I need to get photos from my mum. Because I've taken all the photos on my mum's camera and I need to get them off. So we've done the gingerbread, the Christmas lights, Christmas breakups. Now, let's have a look and see if I've actually got any good photos of these. And just as I'm about to start looking for those photos, I may not scrapbook that one live because I don't have permission from everyone's for other children to be in the photo. So I think I'll have to leave that one for today. So I've definitely done Phil's birthday and snorkeling. Year 6 graduation, family, Christmas. Okay, so I have covered quite a few things. And let's see what I've got so far. So I've got fave number 4. And this is why Lynette actually includes a project planner in this project. So you don't have to go through here. But here we go. We're doing it 1. Got fave number 3 there. 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. 10 for Christmas, for New Year's Eve. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9. Because obviously every single thing on this list I've not, well, not obviously, it turns out I haven't actually made them all actual faves listed. And the other thing I'll include will be also some photos of the children with their presents. So if you're still with me, well done. Because this is probably not, this has been less about scrapbooking and you know, more about trying to work out what I'm actually doing here. It's the last day, so yes. So there's a few things I could choose. Obviously, I could talk more about actual Christmas Day, Boxing Day. So, and another thing I could do is start work on the so if I go for 9 here, okay, so the other thing I could do is scrapbook. Okay, so this one is 911. So I take quite a few photos. And the funny thing is, I've never culled these photos. Like I've taken, I've taken 11 of Edward. I've taken 8 of Emily. I've taken 8 of Lucy. 4 of Edward. You can tell who stands the most still. Or who the most photos, the most presents I didn't forget. So I'll tell you a little bit about this tradition, I guess. We just take a photo of the children with all of their presents, because if you have ever been a child, like we can't remember everything that we got for Christmas or whatever. So for me, it's like a fun way to document their interests. And there's no way I can do that. So, would this one work? Okay, I'm going to look at a different design. Yeah, so I like the idea of including a photo of our children with their presents, just because it's nice to remember, oh yeah, I got that year. And like I said, it also shows what they're interested in. But I think maybe this isn't quite the right size. So this template, I can just grab this rectangle here and I'll resize that to line up with those other squares, and then just turn the visibility of those off. And then I can zoom in on the photo. Maybe not quite that much. I kind of like to have the tree included. And then I think these little 4 here could be a good spot to, include photos of them from the Christmas season. So I'm going to file save this as Matthew and maybe we'll switch catalogues. So it's saying please wait for the catalogue to be loaded, because sure enough I have like thousands of photos. I have 118,000 photos in this catalogue. And I'm going to look for photos taken in December. And let's see if I can find 4 more cute pics of him that I could include. Now, because these photos are all square, whether or not that'll actually turn out to be a good idea and the photos actually fit, who knows. Aha. And I've just stumbled across something else I'll want to include. Oh, let me zoom out here, guys. There's another one of Matthew. This is its Christmas shirt. If you've been around for a while, you remember when this, when he was born. It's pretty amazing that every I've had this business for so many years now. Okay. And just for later when I want to use this photo. You know what this was? I think this was photos for me to take his for his birthday. That was them making their own Kirby game in the backyard. I don't know if you're familiar with Kirby, but he rolls around and eats things, is from what I understand. Nintendo. All right, so now we've got a few to choose from. Let's see how we go. This is a hilarious photo, not just because they've made their own version of a video game and he's mid-roll. Also, it's, you know, the 26th of December and he's wearing long pants. I can't remember what the temperature was on Boxing Day, but I'm sure it was not cool. All right, so that is a page that took a lot longer than it probably should have. Let's flick back to our supplies. And you'll probably notice that pop up about online syncing. I've turned that off because I will definitely have way too much to store in my Adobe Cloud. But you may not have quite as big a library as I do. Let's go over our 2023 folder here. I haven't used many word arts in this album. Now, I often do like to add a little more journaling. Matthew specifically wanted us to take a selfie. So maybe that could be a fun one to enjoy, to include. Added a bit of a shadow to some of these. Now I usually clip a paper to this little shape just to make it look match in with a colour scheme in this actual album. Now I've just got get a background paper. don't think I've used this one. Question is that too monochrome? I feel like it needs to be something a little more fun. It's kind of a fun polka dot. Let's see, should we do the red for the contrast? Oops. I think that's kind of fun. It's later day, so we can't get too fussy. All right, I'm just going to quickly write some journaling. This made me think, as I was typing the journaling there, I do have another photo, a cute one. Ah, well, you know, you can't get every single face paint photo in every year. I'm going to just add some shadows to these photo spots. And I guess I'll pop the paper in here. I might delete that underneath the tree. See if there's another kind of fun journaling that I'd like to include. like I need something bigger. You know what? We've spent... I think I might just leave it there because otherwise I could keep tinkering forever. So I'm going to keep it very simple today. So I'm going to save this one as a JPEG. Make it as large as possible. I'm going to close that one without saving because I didn't end up using that. Holiday fave number 9. So what I often do with these is I might even get rid of the whole holiday faves thing. Because I'm going to probably do you know, 4 of these. Oops. Not quite enough. I think I better do... I'll actually do a bigger selection. So I'm creating a copy of these accent dots. With the hope that I can just align them and then it'll look great. So I'm going to take off the guides. There we go. I think that one looks pretty good. So let's save that and then save it as a JPEG. And so that is our last layout a day for this month. Wow. It didn't really get the prompt in there at all. Didn't really get anything travel related at all, but you know, that's okay. It's still another page done, so I'm sure that will be fine. Now I'm going to just upload it to the gallery, which I can't show you because it's all behind the paywall. To copy. So, how have you enjoyed the series? Let me know what you've been thinking about this scrapbooking series. If you've enjoyed watching these live, is this something you'd like me to continue? I'd probably do it later in the evening US time, perhaps in the future. So let me know. I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, as always, if you'd like to learn more about digital scrapbooking or Photoshop elements, you can head to digitalscrapbookinghq.com.